Real World J Podcast Show. I'm your host, Full Circle J. I call it J. Unapologetic J. Host, Real World J Podcast Show. Let's go. Got the whole world. Let's go. When the world seems so cruel, and your heart makes you feel like a fool, I promise you will see that I will be your remedy. Real World J. Walk-in music, baby. Feel the vibe. Come whatever, I'll be the shelter that won't let the rain come through. Your love, it is my truth. We are here on all major platforms. We are here on YouTube Live. We on Wisdom. We on Spotify. We on iHeartRadio. We are on the internet right now. You can stream us on speakers live. We are YouTube Live right now. I just hate looking at the camera. There we go. Yeah. I promise you will see that I will be the remedy. When the pain cuts you deep, when the night keeps you from sleeping, just look and you will see I will be. When the world seems so cruel and your heart makes you feel like a fool, I promise you will see I will be your remedy. Got y'all. Real World J Podcast Show. I got y'all. I promise. And that's how we started. Thank y'all for everybody joining the Real World J Podcast Show. I'm your host, Full Circle J. I call it J. Unapologetic J. You know what I'm saying? Half of the Twin Desert Eagles, Mark 2.5 like no other. And we're talking about being graceful. It's key. Because being graceful, like number one, like being graceful, and you know what I'm saying, and having grace for people brings humbleness, brings humility. Because at the end of the day, we are, you know what I'm saying, we are imperfect people trying to be in perfect situations. So if I know you ain't perfect, if you know I'm down, if I know damn sure you ain't perfect, and you know damn sure I ain't perfect, then because I was always taught, you know what I'm saying, when someone is, you know what I'm saying, when someone's in a bad situation or they put themselves in a bad situation, you help them, you pick them up. You don't kick them while they're down, because they're down. That's why they was down there. Uh, you know, that shows that shows, you know what I'm saying, that shows a lot of, you know what I'm saying, grace and humility towards someone, because at the end of the day, somebody can be in that work situation. Yeah, yeah, I mean, it's the point of them learning, and you can make them learn, and also, you know what I'm saying, and also be with them at, you know what I'm saying, be with them at the same time and help them, you know what I'm saying, to help them, to make sure that they don't, you know, to make sure that you know what I'm saying, they don't make the poor decision again. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. That's what I've done. And I think that's a great approach to, you know what I'm saying, to you know what I'm saying, teaching someone that you love. You gotta beat them. Everybody else gonna do that. They gotta learn, but you gotta love them at the same time. Shout out to everybody who is listening on the podcast. I really appreciate you. Shout out to Fly Girl Diva. Shout out to Selena Grace. Probably said that wrong. I'm sorry. I'm good with the flow though. You know, and I know, and like I know it's easy. It's easy. Trust me, like, 'cause you know what I'm saying. Trust me, if you live long enough, you have done it. If you have lived long enough, you have done this. Being petty, right? There's no graceful. There's no gracefulness in being petty. um, there's no humility in being petty, but we have all done it. See the thing about being petty. If you know if you being petty and you catch yourself, it's like it's not okay, but it's okay because you saw yourself and you like, you know what, I'm good. But you know what I'm saying. But that also should give you, like, that should be like the reminder to be like, hey, you know what, that's not a good place to be. That's kind of like a wasted time. Because if you flip it, you could think about the time that you trying to get back at them or trying to find ways to, you know what I'm saying, to, you know what I'm saying, to feel a certain type of way. That'd be the time that you, that probably the time that y'all could be trying to fix the situation, that the situation y'all in, fixing the situation, or addressing or addressing the situation, that the situation y'all in. That's productive. Shout out to the people that jumped on wisdom. Shout out to Mercy Ann. Shout out to Sharonda at State Street. I mean, I'm just gonna say ST because it means street in my mind. So I'm sorry. So John Brizzy, and so and oh yeah, and anybody who want to jump in the box, anybody want to you know what I'm saying, tell their story, or you know what I'm saying, say what they gotta say. All you gotta do is just hit the ask button, and we'll go live together. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? We're also live on YouTube Live if you want to watch, and you know what I'm saying, and comment, and do all that on YouTube Live. We on YouTube Live. Just type in the Real World J Podcast Show. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And you'll see me. You'll see my face. Smiling and all that. Good stuff. Um, you know, like I was saying, like I said, like you could be spending that time You know what I'm saying? Addressing the, you know what I'm saying, addressing the problem or the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, y'all in that situation. It just, it's called progress. It's called growth. It's called building. And it's like you never like the worst thing you can do, is like for being graceful, like you know what I'm saying, to be like for be like for a person to be graceful and the rest to be humble. That's one thing I say that you a trait that you gotta have and a trait that you gotta know is that you can't tell somebody how to feel. You know what I mean? About any situation, 'cause everybody's situation is different for everybody because everybody's different. Everybody reacts and everybody has a different, whatever situation could be happening. I could be like that. I'm not gonna think about. I'm not gonna think about that tomorrow. And somebody has in that situation that could be traumatized the rest of their life. See what I'm saying? It just all depends. See, and then you gotta watch out for a person. Like for me, like I'm a person that, and I've been praying for this too. I've been praying for this for I'm not gonna say for a while. I just kind of really acknowledged it. I kind of really it kind of just God just hit me with it basically, and it's like I I used to, because I'm out of it now. I'm growing. I'm crawling out of it, but I used to indulge in the pain and the hurt. I come like that was that was that was comfort for me. Living in the pain. I mean, it's comfort for me. It's like it's normal. It's like it's breathing. It's like that's what I. But there's also me not healing. Me just, it's me just putting it on the shelf. I wanted to use the big word compart like I wanted to say compartmentalizing it. you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't gonna go there. I wasn't gonna mess myself and I still did anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know this stuff. Y'all know, y'all been here before. Y'all know how it go. So I really realized that too. And so I'm working on that. And I'm work so I'm just like I said, I always give it, you know what I'm saying? Like if I can dash that, I can show give it and dash it out to you and be like, hey, you know what? This is what I'm going to too. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's real. I ain't the only person in the world. So that's why I give it to the world, because like, man, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, the worst feeling is the feeling that you're feeling like the worst feeling in the world is the feeling that you feel like you're alone. Especially when you're in a room full of people. It's kind of like me all the time. Now I'm like by myself, but it's for a reason though. It's for a reason. It's for a good reason. Um, so I understand it. I'm just waiting for me to like. I don't know if I'm in the way. Uh, you know, really like really having like real friends, like bonding, like having that, that unconditional love. Because like I know I got off subject, but it's me. I mean, y'all know the show. Y'all know me. I know the show. I just know what I'm saying? I like to go. Is you interested in the show because I hope you're interested in the show because I'm interested. And I'm just telling you my truth. I'm telling my truth. Like I tell you my truth, the things I struggle through, the things that I go through, the things that I conquer, and then I be like, hey, I can tell somebody how to go through something because I've been through the same thing. Exactly how I do it. Like for example, like I can tell someone that I have been, you know what I'm saying, like trust me, like people will make you feel like that you are like less than a trash can, like make you feel like that you are garbage, like you are a trash can. But I would tell people, you know what I'm saying. But I told myself, I was like, man, even a garbage can gets a steak. Even a garbage can gets a lobster. Sometimes every day. All depends where the trash can or dumps are at. So you're not even that trash can. If you know what I'm saying. Even the trash can gets steak, the lobster. So you're not even a trash can if you know what I'm saying. If you have faith in yourself and not believing in what they said. And when you have faith in yourself, you know what I'm saying, all the bull crap will go away. Right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I mean, like getting back to the subject, like walking off, like, you know what I'm saying, being graceful is not engaging into the toxic. Even if you created it, it's your job to try, it's your job to fix it. If you broke something, it's your job to fix it. It's not your job to let it go and let it fix yourself. My thing is like, man, why people get annoyed at that? If I broke something, I'm trying to fix it. I get it though, because some people, everybody different. You know, some people just trying to breathe. But sometimes you gotta sometimes you gotta look things, and sometimes I forgot, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look things from afar so you can see things clear. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's pretty much. Pretty much what I've been, that's pretty much what I've been, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Mm. Kind of like, because like how I, it's kind of like like a person may like a person may be a person that they just handle people just the way they just handle people, just the same. They some people in the world just handle people the same way, no matter who they are, man, the same way. That's wrong because everybody different. And if you shout out to the someone who showed me love on YouTube, they showed me gave me some hearts. Really appreciate you. Man, hello. That wrong. I still spelled that wrong. HCLO. Thank you. But thank you for watching. Like you know what I'm saying? Like some people just like I said, some people just treat people the same way, like the same way, no matter who they are, no matter what, who they are, what they done, or whatever that may be. That's wrong. 'Cause everybody different. And you should treat everybody. You know what I'm saying? And your relationship should be different with every single person. So their reaction and your reaction will be different to every. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is going to be between y'all two. You know what I mean? And like like I could, like I believe in, I believe in, like I believe in unconditional love. I know some people believe in conditional love. See what I'm saying? It's a difference. It's a difference. And you gotta understand and you gotta know if you with someone who loves you unconditionally, someone who loves you conditionally. Because someone who loves you unconditionally, like I can give you like a maybe I don't know, it's a simple example, but I'm just saying what I'm saying. Maybe hopefully this will make sense. Hopefully it makes sense because it's kind of making sense right here. Man, I'm saying someone who loves you unconditionally, I would be part of their plan. Someone who loves you conditionally, they are only part of you are only part of their plan until your plan fails. Yeah, you can't tell me that someone who who has that, who thinks that they humble and they what I'm saying and they graceful and what I'm saying and they have grace for people. They understand grace because they have been given grace. Like like I feel like the best way to like teach someone who have like I believe two ways. It's two ways for me. Two way for me. And this is my two ways. My two ways to love them the right way, and then just to cut them off the right way. But that's being graceful though, both ways. Because you having humility and grace, because you know what, because you know what, because in the day, because you figure like if I was in this same situation, or if I was in this situation, man, you know what, that person would be like, when I was, he had his hand out the whole time, the majority of the time, some of the time, and so you got to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to have that because if you got a whole bunch of people around you that kick you while you down, it's not that is not a good squad. Shout out to everybody that's listening. Shout out to KL. Shout out to Mojo. Shout out to Mercy Ann. Shout out to Deo. I'm not gonna pronounce your last name. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nolan Ron. Shout shout out to all y'all for listening to the Real World J podcast show. Uh, Shout out to everybody listening on YouTube, watching on YouTube, listening live on speaker. Um, yeah. Then you gotta understand, like, you know, no one's like perfect, right? For like earlier, like I said, we are imperfect people. This is my quote. This was my quote earlier today for people who listen right now. You know what I'm saying? Like my quote was today was like, "We are we are imperfect people trying to be in perfect situations." So if you like I was saying earlier, like if you know I ain't perfect, I damn sure know Will. I damn sure know you ain't perfect, and you damn sure know I ain't perfect. Let's try to, you know what I'm saying? Let's try to help each other bend the minute pieces on both of us, so we can be. So when we do that, we can be strong together. We good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We good together. We can be great together if we work together. You gotta have someone. You most definitely gotta have someone in your life that is wanted to build with you and not take away from you. Because I don't want to take away from no one. I don't. I want to build. Like I want to, build a house, and I want to build a company. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Continue to build a company. Like I try every day. Like I try today. You know what I'm saying? Like I try. Like I said, I try every day. Like, you know what I mean? Like I try to. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care. Like my thing is like, man, as long as I'm vertical and I can speak and I can follow directions, I can make some. I can make some money. That's being humble. You just saying. That's all you saying. I give you what I got, and that's everything. Ain't no bragging about that. It's the truth. And I love people like that because I'm that. I'm that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a, you know what I'm saying? Like I was, you know what I'm saying? Like I was a kid that was on hooked on phonics. Like I was a kid that, you know what I'm saying? Like I was a kid, like seriously, I was seriously, you know what I'm saying? My mom bought the hooked on phonics because I remember when I was in the fifth grade that you know what I'm saying, like and like my mama was so humble, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, it was a teacher. It was I was in the fifth grade, and I had trouble reading out loud, and I never wanted to read out loud. And when I read out loud, I sounded so crazy because the words were going backwards, and if the words going backwards, and some words was like taken out a sentence. So in my mind, it was taking out a sentence, but they was on the paper. So you know what I mean? But I didn't. So I just saw what I read. I just saw. You know what I mean? I just read what I saw. You know what I mean? I just you know what I mean. So and I remember teaching, and I remember and you know this in the '90s. So you know this is white teacher. She did. You know she the only white teacher in this class school. You know what I'm saying? And she recognized. You know what I'm saying? She was just like he wanted he wanted to get better, but he doesn't know how to. So you know what? I'm gonna try. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna try. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to see if it's the parents are ignorant or mommy ignorant or whatever. Okay, maybe mama came in there. We did a whole test. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we did like what we did like what 4 or 5 tests. I remember this. We did like 4 or 5 tests. You know what I'm saying? With the woo, even with like shapes. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. And they was like, man, yeah, yeah, Jason Morgan the fourth, man, he dyslexic. I was just like, I didn't know what it means. And they explained it to me. And then because I remember, because I know I'm going off, but I'm just saying, no, I'm just saying the humility that my mom took all that. You know what I'm saying? She'd been like, my kid ain't dumb and this and that. That's wasn't the conversation. The conversation is that they seen disability and they wanted to help him and they wanted to help me overcome it so I can have a fighting chance in this world. That's the humility. And that's what you know what I'm saying. And that and seeing all that is what she did to the humility got me to hooked on phonics and you know what I'm saying, and me going to just saying because the one thing that she was against was because they wanted to put me in like special ed, like kind of like special ed, like resource, like resource kind of like so like if I was in my like regular classroom, but if like we had like a math assignment or something like we have to say get up and then go to like to So like this room with the teachers and stuff, like a resource room. You know what I'm saying? We sit and figure out that. My mom was like, "No, that's not gonna work." Because that's gonna mess with his that's gonna mess with I know my son that's gonna mess with his you know what I'm saying, that's gonna mess with his psyche, that that's gonna mess it up, you know what I mean, that's gonna mess up what he doing here. And so that's the other thing. You know what I'm saying, my mama real too, my mom, because she's like I know my son, like for real, that's gonna like it, like he good with all of this, just that part right there is gonna mess it up. So like I'm telling you, so we don't gotta do that. So I'm saying if you want all this, I want all this to work. So I'm telling you, this they can't do, you can't do that, or it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And that's humility there to tell them, be like, hey, you know, it's just not just like bobbing your head, shaking your head, like like now, like no. What I'm telling you, I'm telling you, like you gotta believe me. You know what I'm saying? Like she just told him once, like, okay, you know your son. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? So they just leave me. They used to go out and they just leave me in there, and then I used to go like I used to go like on my like I had like a free period, so I had a free period, so that's when I used to go, like you know what I'm saying, like if I needed help, whatever. But my you know what I'm saying, am I like reading it math? Because them, you know, numbers, like so. She, you know what I'm saying, so she did that for me, you know what I'm saying, and so and then I remember man, I'm just talking, I'm telling my life, man, like I don't know my life, but I'm just, you know, it's whatever, you know what I'm saying, it's whatever, you know what I'm saying, it's true. I remember I remember I was in remember I was in speech. I remember I was in and I'm a 40-year-old man right now and I still stutter. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand. So like only when I start like talking, like when I start thinking too much and I start talking, I start thinking fast and I start talking at the same time instead of me just what I do, process it, boom, and then let it out. Cause that's why I be like, I know what I said. That's why I be like saying like I know what I said. Like I know what I said. Cause trust me, I said it. I'm like, man, you know what? Cause a lot of things that I process in my head and I say, I don't say. So I know. So I know if I do say it, come from a different place. But I remember I been in speech, like I said, but I remember I was in speech therapy until I was in first grade all the way into the 11th grade. Speech therapy. Like man, I remember being like in the second and third grade, and I remember sometimes I couldn't even freaking what you call that? Complete a sentence. I'd be like Man, I love my life, man. But man, like you know what I'm saying? Like I would never like, you know what I'm saying? I would never like, you know what I'm saying? Like you talk about how you were raised, you know what I'm saying? But you never, you know what I'm saying? Like you talk about how you were raised and how you grew up and stuff, but you know what I'm saying? But and one thing I never regret it because it's man, like like my life, especially my life, just even now, like you know, like my whole life, man, have built me so much character and and have built me so much strength, and some strength I don't even know I even have, and some people, you know, don't need to, you know, recognize it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you put it towards them, everybody need to know when you know what I'm saying. Everybody need to know you just hit a three, you hit the three, and just keep moving. Get on defense. Cause somebody always trying to tear down what you're trying to build. That's facts. Shout out to Monique. Shout out to Kales. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I remember, like I said, I remember I was a speech. I was there. So I was like second grade to 11th grade, and I remember, I man, say me and my brother. Instead of bro, man, we got us, man, we got our studying, man, we got our studying problem from the man, from my dad, from the third, man. Like, I don't know. That's what I was told. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I was told. That nigga couldn't talk a lick until he figured it out. I don't know. Once you figure it out, boy, like smooth talker, boy. But yeah, but I guess it's where I got it from, especially my younger days. I just wanted to do what I wanted to do to get where I needed to go, and and me, like during that time, man, no, man. I mean, I'm talking. I was like not humble at all. Had a God complex. Can't have a God complex and be humble at the same time. It just don't mix. Thank you for the like. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Listen to Real World J podcast show. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, it's like you can't, like I said, you can't have a God complex and be humble at the same time. You can't be, you know what I'm saying? You can't be petty and be humble at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You can't be graceful. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be great. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't be bitter. You know what I'm saying? And be graceful at the same time. You know what I mean? You gotta show humility. You gotta show humility. When I tell people I was telling someone and I was like, it's okay. You know what? It's okay to be human. It is okay to be human. It is okay to be human to another human being. Because in the end of the day, if someone who rocking with you, when they try to make sure that I would like to make sure, like, man, you know what? If this really affected you and this really, is it really gonna just, I don't want nothing to, you know what I'm saying? It's like gonna mess up your whole world. You know what I'm saying? Okay, how can we help? How can I help to help you fix this to make this, you know what I'm saying? So so we'll never go back to this again. I got people like that in my life now, and I do that. You know what I'm saying? I do that because I'm like, that's how you help people. You know what I'm saying? Like even though they know, cause trust me, they know what they did. You know what I'm saying? And you know what they did. But the graceful thing about it is that you don't beat them down about it. That remember the remember is, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't go remind them because y'all going, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all going through it together. Because y'all going through the process of the bad decision or the poor choice together. So you don't even remind them because whatever comes with it comes with it. But knowing it, you know what I'm saying, knowing being graceful, knowing that you know what I'm saying, you've been graceful, humble, and you've been humble, knowing that you know that whatever you got to do, you know what I'm saying, with them and for them, you know what I'm saying, and be patient with them. I've done it. It worked out. But you know, people change People change. Mm-mm. People don't change. It's just you know what you know. And you know what I'm saying? Grace is given or earned. Grace is given. Because God give us grace every single day. And why would you not? And how could you not give someone grace and all the atrocities that we have committed that no one knows but Him? In our mind, our body, and our soul. And you ask God for forgiveness. And He say, you're forgiven, but don't do it again. Because that just don't hurt me. That hurt others. So now that's that that's you know, if I wasn't given grace, I wouldn't be here. The atrocities I have committed. Like I have changed people's lives for the worse. It's been 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? It's true. You know what I'm saying? It, it's being a negative energy in someone's life and wondering why they mad at you. It's kind of stupid as hell, brother. And you know, like, because it's like at the end of the day, I will always want someone to forgive me the way I forgave them. Because I'm just doing what was given to me. That's how it works. That's how it works. It's not it's not about comparing apples and oranges because you know what I'm saying, who 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 gave me what I'm trying, you know what I'm saying, what I you know what I'm saying, what I give out. I'm good. Like I'm good with everybody. Even if I talk to you, even if I talk to you, if I don't talk to you, I'm good. I'm in peace with you. Because I promise you, if you call me, if you say you need me, I'm there. And our conversation will be about the situation that you called me about. Until the next time. So if anybody feel like they, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel like they can't communicate me on my list or whatever case may be, or you know how I am. Now, if I say I love you, I love you. And at the end of the day, the people who really know, people who really love me know I am hard to love, but I love hard. I am hard to love, but I love hard. That's the balance. That's unconditional love on both ends. Like I even got like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's a reason why, you know what I'm saying, Mark. you know what I'm saying, is you know what I'm saying, this is his podcast. He's not part of the podcast. This is his podcast. You know what I mean? Because like I trust him. Like this is like very, very close to my heart. This is my heart. So I trust him with a piece of my heart. And he knows that. And he knows that, and he's a big enough man, and a big enough, you know what I'm saying, as a friend, and loves me enough to be like, hey, man, you know what I mean? That's love. That's unconditional love. I don't care what you say, what you do. That man can't do nothing wrong. I'll be on the other side, like, man, what? Nah, bro. I'm on the other side. You know what I'm saying? I'm on your side. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you did, I'm on the other side. Because you know what I'm saying? You can't buy loyalty. Because I gave you my heart, you know what I'm saying, and you never messed it up. You're the only one of the few people that never messed it up. So yeah, one of the few. So Real World J podcast show. Man, we're just talking. Well, hope y'all really enjoyed the show. It was good. It was good. It was good. Love y'all.